All right,
I mean,
give me a warning.
I don't know.
Give me a warning. Is this the intro? Is this what's going to be the intro?
For now, I guess this is the
Oh,
intro.
perfect. Can we curse? Are we allowing ourselves to curse?
This podcast, I have deemed, will be whatever the fuck we want to say, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. So cursing, go right ahead.
All right, so let me introduce myself. I am the man with the plan.
So corny right now.
That was the point. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty simple. We're not going to use our actual legal names for reasons because it's none of your business. What?
Did you?
Too much Ryan, though. A little bit.
Too much Ryan is too much. Too little Ryan is just good.
All right, so where was I? Ah, yes, our names. I am going to be simply called Mood. Why? Because that's what I am. You don't need to ask, you'll figure it out. You, on the other hand, is named what?
I'm gonna figure it out.
I hate you so much.
But for now, I'll probably just.
I'm tempted just to call you random things. Just call you random things, and you'll edit it out.
I could.
Just start calling you Bartholomew.
Just in case people are like, oh,
Just start calling you
I
Bartholomew.
know what this person's name
That
is. He said it as
Bartholomew. That is an interesting name. Some of these names out here. Let's think about this. Bartholomew. That is a strong and soft name. The beginning, Bartholomew. The beginning is strong. The end part is soft. I don't know how they came up with these things.
I don't know how we came up with language, period. I still don't get it.
I guess it's that eventually, like, you make enough sound and you link it to something.
And then at some point, we just made, like, more. Like, we now have, like, Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, English, Portuguese.
I actually was thinking about this earlier, where it's like, yeah, you know how I was thinking about this. You know how some people say that the English language has too many words? Well, yes, they are. No, they're not. They're wrong. I get the sentiment. But all it is that, you know, the whole thing, like, you never want... Okay, it is the unfortunate case of people not wanting to be the previous generation. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
No.
Okay. What's a synonym?
No.
What is a synonym? What's a synonym?
Shit. Wait, synonyms, they're words.
They're similar.
Yeah, same meaning.
Go back to middle school English real quick. It's not that hard. Don't forget the basics. Jesus Christ, don't forget the basics. If you start forgetting what 10 plus 10, no, not even that. If you forget your times table, there is going to be an issue.
I use my times table.
And yet you don't know what a synonym is.
No. We talked about synonyms one time.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what of it?
What school did you go to that they only talked about synonyms once? Never in your whole list of your...
Basic elementary school? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? The whole of your school career, you were only taught about or talked about synonyms once. One time?
They sit you down, they tell you what a synonym is, and then they move the synonym, antonym, and they move on. After that, when has a synonym ever been brought back?
And the fact that you are losing, it shows to me that either your school is trash or you're trash. Because this is a basic thing about language. You should at least know what a synonym is. A synonym, something that is similar. I can understand you not knowing onomatopoeia.
I just had to remember.
I can understand onomatopoeia. But you need to know antonym and synonym. That's the basic. Anyways, all I'm saying is, a synonym is similar, words that are similar. Well, what happens when there's a new generation growing up? You don't want to say the same things as the older people around you because you think that's corny. Yes or no? Why do you think we're not saying totally tubular? There's a reason for that. If someone says our age, if someone says totally tubular at our age, unironically,
there's something wrong.
Either I don't know what's going on, maybe they've been sheltered, I don't know. But it's one of those things where if you grew up, you don't want to sound the same way as your parents. No one does. There may be certain words, like basic words like hello. But the way you say hello to someone random and the way you say hello to your friends is different. Am I correct?
You're right.
So that's the reason. The reason we have so many words is purely out of the reasoning of people just don't want to sound like the people older than them. I don't know if it's out of teenage angst. I don't know if it's out of spite. It's from somewhere. Things change. So of course you're going to have more words.
More people look back and we're like, that was stupid.
I don't know, bro. Some of the 70s words were interesting. Like sucker. That was good. That was a good one.
I'll take that.
When fool was a big thing. Calling someone a fool or turkey.
No, people still do that. Call people fools?
Yeah, but turkey? Like a jive turkey? You call someone a jive turkey. Do they do it?
I've done it.
Is it done naturally or is it done unironically for fun?
Both.
Topics you wanted to talk about anyway, since you said you had some.
Yeah. And I should have written them down. But
I didn't write them down.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
But I was going to go into a little bit of an anime turn.
I don't watch a lot of anime.
No, just
the culture?
Past stuff that we watched. So,
because I can talk about anime.
We kind of had this conversation.
Bro.
The most overpowered but underrated anime characters. May go for at least now Naruto specific. Because I remember you talking about you having a favorite amongst it.
It was the dude that was into bugs.
Shino.
Yeah, Shino. I liked him. I don't think they did enough with him. There's a lot of characters they didn't do a lot with. Because it's like, I'm rewatching it and I'm like, where is Shino? Because I'm where Gaara got his stuff sucked out of him. He just got his stuff sucked out that episode. Does he die? I know he dies eventually. From there?
Yeah.
I thought he died later on.
Unless it is an Uzumaki, because they are naturally just that fucking durable. Anybody that gets their tailed beast extracted dies immediately after that.
Okay, well that's sad.
Uzumaki, you can have your shit extracted. You'll feel weak.
I'm a bit sad at that.
But you'll be fine.
I'm a bit sad at that because Gaara was one of the best.
Gaara was.
To be fair, if he was on imagine Gaara the same age, like growing up further with Naruto.
Gaara was Kage level
already.
At Genin level. Or he was a Genin at Kage level.
Can we say that Gaara, if he continued on, probably would have been better? Now I know that Naruto, the Fox changes things.
If Gaara was raised right, Gaara would have been fine.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Because, I think for me, if Gaara was going the same route as Naruto, even then, if he was just regular where he was, I think he could. I think Gaara could have been. Could have. He would have been better than Naruto if he kept on the same trajectory that he was at.
I think Gaara was better than
He was already better when he was at the Chunin exam.
Oh yeah.
He was better than the majority of every. I don't think
he was.
I think he was better than everybody.
If he had fought everybody,
he wouldn't beat everybody.
He probably actually not. If you take everyone out there except for Naruto.
Well, Lee get.
If you took.
No, he would have killed him.
Everybody in the finals.
He would have killed him.
If you took everybody in the finals.
He would have killed him.
Against Gaara.
Yeah. Especially that kind of Gaara.
I don't care what anybody says. Sasuke
would
have gotten his ass kicked by Gaara.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
He technically, if we're being technical, he already lost.
Definitely.
That fight in the Genin exams. He got Gaara once, made him bleed. Gaara went crazy. Gaara would have killed him right then and there.
Especially that Gaara. That Gaara didn't. Imagine that Gaara at the Gaara that died.
What?
Imagine that Gaara with that mindset.
Imagine the Gaara from tuning exams to the Gaara.
That was the lead. That was the leader. Imagine Gaara that powerful with that mindset. Everyone would have died.
Okay. You know what fascinates me? Naruto's mindset throughout the entire show.
That's annoying.
No.
If you look at all the big Shonen Jump characters, the main ones, they always have that. They have that same archetype, and that always annoys me. Except Luffy, because it matches.
Here's my problem with that. Given like how Naruto grew up, he should have never.
Well, he still had the teacher.
Never.
He still had the teacher. He still had the teacher.
That means nothing.
Yes, it does. It means a lot.
No.
Gaara didn't have nobody.
No.
Who did Gaara have?
Gaara still had his brother and his sister weren't technically, actually, no, they were afraid of him from the jump.
Everyone was afraid of him. Everyone was afraid of Gaara. Nobody was afraid of Uzumaki necessarily.
No, but people were still overpricing him for everything. They were still ignoring his
Yes, but that's different. Gaara had legit fear. The fear that was in the Sand Village and the fear that was in the Hidden Leaf were two different fears.
Of getting hurt.
Yes.
Because he has never felt pain in his entire life.
Yes.
Which is.
But I'm talking about when they were kids.
No, there were lynch mobs going after Naruto. People were actively trying. No, actually, no. The difference between the two is one of them, their father was alive and raised him to kind of be a weapon and sent people to kill him.
The Gaara, yeah. Because Gaara's. No, that was his uncle.
No, that was his father.
I thought that was his uncle.
No. His father was the Kage. His father sent people.
No, I'm talking about the ninja.
He sent his uncle to murder him.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
And it didn't.
Now you see.
But Naruto still had active, people. They had to assign Anbu on him.
Yes.
So nobody would.
You see the difference here? Leadership. The leadership at the Sand Village wanted to kill Gaara. The leadership at Hidden Leaf wanted to protect him only because lineage.
No. Because
I get the
understood his lineage was the third Hokage.
Exactly.
Nobody gave a fuck about that.
Nobody
actually connected the dots either. Nobody gave a fuck.
Who gave the order to protect him?
The third Hokage.
Who knew his lineage?
The third Hokage. I dug myself a hole.
My point. The only reason was leadership. If it wasn't for leadership, who knows if Naruto could have ended like Gaara? He was there.
Actually, he should have been there.
He should have been there, but I'm telling you, the teacher was the only. He had the teacher. He had the ramen shop. He had people around him that still cared enough.
Did Aruka actually care for him until it was his graduation?
Aruka he cared for him even when he was younger because he saw the potential.
Okay.
Because I remember the flashbacks of Naruto when he was just a little kid messing around and pulling pranks, and Aruka was still there trying to get him and still lecturing him.
Okay.
But Gaara had nobody.
Yeah.
How he survived?
No, his uncle actually served him some help.
And then tried to kill him. Do you see me now? Do you see my point?
That is.
Do you see my point? Imagine Aruka Sensei betraying. Okay, what's old boy's name? Hidden Mist. The first real mission that they went on. Imagine that. Okay, as messed up as that kid's life was, he had Zabuza.
So you know what the funny thing is that I just realized about Zabuza?
What's it?
Zabuza wasn't a bad guy at all.
He was just a mercenary.
No. He was gathering funds for what you later learned. The Hidden Mist had a civil war for Kekkei Genkai. Zabuza picked up Haku, who had a Kekkei Genkai.
Yeah, because him. I thought it was a good.
I don't know.
To be fair, I understand. I get it. But I remember them saying him in the anime. And this could be different it could be different in the sub, but I know in the dub it said he.
It says he in the dub.
Even
in the manga, I think it's a chi.
Anime's weird.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Haku looks like a girl.
That's true. I know Haku's they were like a ravenous clan that we just wanted to kill.
They weren't. Not at all. No.
Which one are we talking about? Because I remember
Haku, she had ice.
Yeah, because I remember
not from a ravenous clan though.
Yeah, she was.
No, she wasn't.
In the flashback I saw. Which one am I talking
She
about?
just had a. You're talking about Kimimaro. Kimimaro was.
Which one's Kimimaro?
Kimimaro Bones.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy that was from like a bloodthirsty clan.
Okay, to be fair, I kind of could.
They were both in the mist, though.
Yeah. Well, Bone, they were fighting in the field.
No. They're both. Both of those villages are from
the mist.
Yeah. Well, both of those clans are from the mist. But
either way.
So I didn't connect the dots until like
later on.
Way later on. Actually, I was rewatching it a couple weeks ago, and then I made the connection after watching Sasuke get Suigetsu, and then it was like Zabuza was picking up funds to help for the war in the mist, which makes perfect sense. But then he got killed. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there.
To be fair, he wasn't like a bad. Yeah, he wasn't a bad guy. Like in comparison to say his hidden.
Despite everybody else from the seven swordsmen of the mist.
Yeah.
Despite all of them, I would like to guess that he was probably.
He was an anti-hero. Definitely. Because it's one thing because the bad guys turned on him, and he wasn't really working with them to begin with.
Yeah. Wait, so is Kisame actually a member of the Seven Swordsmen?
I'm not sure.
Because when they did the whole reincarnation thing, they brought in some other guy from who knows where. They used to have his sword. He used to have the Sharkskin sword.
Oh.
I have no idea. But back to the main topic at hand. Naruto still should have ended up like Gaara.
I don't know, bro.
Because
he still had people around him. That's the only saving grace I can say. Is that he still had some people around him that cared.
I would still also argue that Naruto was also around Kage level when he became a Genin.
And it also depends on his personality. Because his personality was already like, he was searching. Yeah. He was searching. I don't know if Gaara was necessarily searching. He was kind of just like, he wasn't searching. He was like, he wanted to be happy, but he wasn't searching. He wasn't acting out. There it is. Because it's like Naruto was acting out, trying to get attention. Gaara was in a situation where like he wasn't in a position at all to get any attention.
He didn't need it.
He didn't need to because everybody was like, regardless, we know what you are and we don't care. Hidden Mist. Some people wanted to kill Naruto. Some people didn't.
Wait, what? No.
You just said some people wanted to kill Naruto.
No. Not Naruto. Kimimaro and Haku, because they hated bloodlines. They hated the Kekkei Genkais.
When he was that young?
Kekkei Genkais was like special styles. So like Ice style, that's a Kekkei Genkai.
No, I'm talking about when he was real young. Is that why all the Black Ops were there with him?
No, that was to protect him from the villagers.
That's what I just said, stuff.
No, you said that.
I said some people wanted to kill Naruto.
Yeah. Then you said the hidden miss.
No, I didn't. I didn't say anything about the hidden miss. I said that.
I'm pretty sure you.
I just said.
I could be wrong. Whatever.
You are wrong. I know you.
I am.
And fine, if I said something wrong, either way, in relation to Gaara's situation, some people wanted to kill Naruto, but not everyone. They just were indifferent or was like, to him.
Everybody was just pissed that
he was there.
Destroyed the village.
Gaara, there is noticeable malice behind everybody for the most part. I think there was one instance on one of the flashbacks when we first meet him where he was hanging out with this little kid and the mom dragged him away, which is classic anime trope. Classic anime trope. The mom takes the kid away.
No, the kids ran away from him.
Which one am I thinking about?
I have no idea what you're thinking of. No, I think that happened in Naruto. But I know, at least for Gaara, there were like some kids playing with the ball. The ball got carried too far.
That's even worse.
Gaara did the nice thing.
That's even worse.
He brought the ball to him, and they ran away.
That's even worse. That's even worse than what I said.
I don't think he didn't kill them though.
I say all that to say Shino should have been used more.
You were right. Shino.
Like Shino's whole squad. Like there's a couple squads in there that should have gotten more.
They should have gotten more light.
Like
especially since
you could have as many. Best love line out there. I'm glad they didn't do it. I'm glad they didn't do what everyone thought they were going to do.
No, they should have. I wish.
If they put Sakura,
no. I wish we had seen more of Hinata's like whole squad and everything. I wish we'd saw more of that.
Because Hinata had a good story arc as well.
Hinata is strong too. Hinata, despite how like shy.
Here's another thing.
Hinata is scary.
There are some badass women on that show. Hinata, Sakura, Gino, what's her name? The one that always fought with Sakura over Sasuke.
You know,
she could take over your mind and douche. Are you kidding me? Mind control. Mind control. You could, as much filler episodes as you had, you couldn't show a couple filler episodes of the other squads doing missions. Come on now, bro. And I know the manga didn't have them either. The manga definitely didn't give any of the squads no light. And they were considered main characters, and you gave them good battles. Let them have some more story. Shino, he controls bugs. Bugs. Are you kidding me?
Shino arguably has the biggest advantage over everybody.
Do you remember
unless he goes to somewhere where it's extremely.
Do you remember what he did in the Chunin exams? Where they burrowed under the ground.
He got Konkuro. He nailed Konkuro.
Are you kidding? What are we doing here? You show me all this badass stuff. This man who's a great strategist. He's not as good as old boy.
He's not. I think the main issue with him was his physical condition hand-to-hand combat was, I guess, terrible. Was kind of below average. It wasn't that good.
I guess that shows a lot.
But he doesn't need it.
He can just go from far away and do stuff.
First of all, the bugs can attack you from close range, and then he could have. I'm pretty sure he literally has holes in his skin that he's not showing.
Here's the thing.
He can. All it takes is he can just touch you once.
Here's the thing.
Graze you. One of those bugs.
But the thing is, that doesn't even make sense, because how many characters do we know that just constantly? Oh, it's the whole thing like hook hit. Oh, it's copy. All these different copies: shadow clone, mud clone, wood. How many different clones we going through all this, and then not to you, but to the idea of like, oh, he's just weak physically. That doesn't make any sense, because there's so many characters that aren't strong.
Like his hand-to-hand skills aren't on par.
We have a whole man that is a puppet master. He fights with puppets, with chakra strings, and you're going to talk to me about physicality.
Hey,
not to you, I'm talking about the argument. Okay. It makes no sense, because there's ways around it. We're dealing with chakra here.
First of all, they made chakra way more confusing. Naruto, I understand.
Naruto has gone the way of Dragon Ball.
The whole system in Shippuden, and I was just like...
Naruto has gone the same way as Dragon Ball. And they did not make it any better when they brought up Boruto. Because I hated Boruto.
Power scaling is bullshit.
Here's the thing. I hate Boruto, the character. I can understand wanting to continue the lineage, but you didn't do it right. You made the dude a spoiled brat, and I wanted to backhand it.
You know what? But actually, I think that would fit in kind of well.
It would. If
he gave his
no. Listen to me.
Everything he didn't have when he grew
Listen to me. I understand that, but here's the problem.
Except
Naruto, like I said, Naruto went the way of Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Goku, not a good dad. Naruto wants to be a good dad, just he can't. And Hinata is too passive to be a mother.
No, well, you know what? Naruto tries. I'll give him that.
Those two shouldn't have had kids. Naruto's a happy-go-lucky dude, and Hinata's passive. We can't do this. You have to have someone that's going to put their foot down. And here's the thing with that: you can be happy-go-lucky, but by the time Boruto was Naruto's age, you can't put your foot down now. Like you have to go. You're leading this kid annoying now. Sakura and
Sasuke's not a good dad either. Sasuke's never home, first of all. So let's not even get
Sakura's a good mother though.
Is she?
She can put down. I haven't watched Boruto, so I'm going off. First off, they've done Sakura done dirty so much. There's a lot of things I can say about Naruto, but there's another thing where it's like she was the first. She's one of the 3 characters we're supposed to care about, and y'all don't give her nothing but and it doesn't have to Shippuden where she actually gets some stuff. The whole of regular Naruto where they're little kids, nothing.
What did she do in regular Naruto? The most iconic scene that she ever had was her cutting her hair in a fight.
Now Shippuden, when she grew up, who?
First of all, I don't give a damn. Sasori should never have lost that fight at all.
I can't.
She should have never. I don't care how good her medical ninjutsu and everything was, and whether she had Greninja with her. She should never have won against Sasori.
Which one is Sasori?
The puppet guy. The first Akatsuki member of the day.
Oh, the major, the one that stung old boy.
Yeah. He should have never lost that fight.
Wait, she beat him?
Yeah.
Was it by herself or with others?
With Greninja.
Of course. Okay, listen. I understand, but once you put multiple characters in there's got to be a big payoff.
No. Because he was 100. It was 100. He was using.
I remember this fight.
1,000 puppets.
I remember this.
And himself.
To be fair, I don't think they power scaled this properly.
They didn't.
1,000. That's a whole army.
And Granny Chiu used maybe 10 puppets.
I guess it's when during the ninjas the Great Ninja War, when he resurrected the first Hidden Leaf Hokage, he ran through that army.
Oh, Madara?
Yeah.
That's different.
How is it different?
So
if we're saying power levels
here's the thing. Madara has been built up since Naruto.
True.
And it was already stated that he was on par with the first Hokage, which was already considered a god amongst men. Sasori was not considered that. So now I will admit Sasori is a psychopath because what he did to his best friend, that was fucked up. Didn't
he make him into a puppet?
Yeah, he's purposefully when his friend lost his arm, he purposefully made him a puppet arm that he knew would at some point it was going to malfunction and send a whole bunch of poison through his system that would kill him right then and there. And then he collected that body after it had died and made it into a puppet right then and there.
I mean, old boy did the same thing with his friend when he wanted to get the
who?
Sasuke's brother.
No, Shishui gave him that eye. Completely different.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Shishui was
I'm not that far back in.
Shishui was like, I know Danzo's about to kill me and everything. He was like, he took one of my eyes, take my other one.
Because I do remember that.
And then Shishui committed suicide.
Because I remember Sasuke's clan wanted to basically take over the Hidden Leaf. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
They weren't bad.
It's a bit late for spoilers.
To be fair,
it's been a good decade.
It's too late.
Even for Shippuden, it's been a good decade or so. Because that stuff came out when we were, middle school? High school?
High school. Naruto ended a good couple of years ago. Yeah. They have time.
And yet, Dragon Ball's still going. Jesus Christ. How is Dragon Ball still a thing? That's a good question.
The only reason I watch Dragon Ball,
I only like it for the cell.
Just for the fight.
I just go for the only one I liked was Cell and Frieza. Those are the only enemies I really care about.
Exactly.
But that's the one I grew up on, and I don't care about Bleach. And I love the art style and the humor of One Piece. One Piece had.
I tried, but they're like
One Piece. One Piece is. I don't know what you got to do to start from the beginning of One Piece to the end, but you got to. That is.
You can't.
You can.
And you cannot. 800 episodes?
It's going to take a couple of years. But you can.
No.
I mean, if you skip a couple of filler episodes.
I tried. I got to the hoodie fight in one day. And I had to go back and do something because my Wi-Fi cut out for a second. I had to come back in and the website I was watching it off of to go back through and scroll. And then I looked at where I was. And then I looked at how many episodes there were. And I was just like, so I did.
It takes a lot of. It'll take a lot. But I do enjoy the art style. The art style and just like the way everything looks, I do enjoy that. If you tried.
No, he already, because, hold on. At least he could have been out.
Didn't you have to be voted in to be a Kage?
Yeah, but that also counts.
Then how would you decide who Kage is? Just the strongest person?
Yeah, that's how I thought it was originally ranked. Because the first Hokage was strong, and then you later realized that the first Hokage was.
He's gone. Like
I'm trying to put it into words. The first Hokage is stupid.
He's broken.
But he's also he's not the brightest tool in the shed.
Yeah. I can't remember much about him. I only remember him going through during the Great Ninja War and just wrecking fools. That's all I remember.
Yeah. But the first Hokage also was hilarious. When you see his reaction to who he heard the current Hokage was, he was like, oh shit. He was like, no, the fuck? He was like, he was depressed.
Tsunade?
Yeah, when he heard it was Tsunade, he was like, shh. You should see the emotion come down. He was like, fuck. And then he was just like, oh yeah.
Why ain't you like Tsunade?
Oh, because she picked up his gambling.
Wait, they related?
Yeah. What?
I did not know this.
You didn't really? Okay. It's Tsunade Senju.
Who?
Tsunade, her last name is Senju.
So grandfather.
Yeah. Directly her grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Literally her grandfather.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know. I didn't pay much attention.
The second Hokage and the first Hokage are brothers too. If you also
what kind of nepotism is here? What is this? What kind of
the third Hokage.
How did he get there? He was old.
No. He was prime when he was like made Hokage. He was pretty damn strong.
I will say that Grim Reaper technique is fire, but still, I don't know if it's worth it because it didn't kill old boy.
It didn't kill.
Do we ever bring
that technique has never killed anybody?
What?
Except for the user.
What does taking half of his soul do to him?
I don't know.
Firstly. Secondly, he was already doing bad stuff to begin with. So does the soul regenerate over time?
You know what the funny thing is?
Because it didn't stop him.
The funny thing is...
It made his arms go into cement for a quick, but that didn't do much.
He got medicine for it. He got it healed eventually.
How do you heal that? He took your soul.
I don't know. He took the use of his arms. I don't know how. You know what?
How do you cut that part out?
Well, also, Orochimaru does transfer from body to body.
So is it his soul that he sucked out, or just the soul of the body? Because it would have to carry over if it's his soul.
Okay, I don't know. Don't ask me this. I don't know.
It doesn't make much sense.
I didn't make the technique.
They were not thinking this through.
No, but the funny thing, Orochimaru got everything he wanted throughout that entire show. He said he wanted Sasuke, he had Sasuke. He said he wanted immortality. Orochimaru is immortal right now. He has immortality.
Where is he? Is he in Naruto?
Yes.
Is he still the scientist?
Yes.
How did we go?
First of all, They didn't lock his ass up at all. Kabuto runs an orphanage, which blows my mind to this day.
I mean, he learned his lesson. He got it. I mean, do you not remember the one battle where he was like, "Oh"? I'm not saying he's redeemed. I'm just saying that he learned how to be a better person.
Started a whole. He was literally the other side. He was literally who they were facing in the war. The majority of the time, that was him. He was the opponents in the war.
They are very forgiving people, these ninjas.
I can't believe
they're very forgiving.
I can't believe they let him walk away.
They're very forgiving.
They let Orochi. They were like, you know what, Orochimaru.
Now the Kabuto one makes no sense to me. I can understand Orochimaru because he's gonna live regardless. He is a cockroach. I have to respect him. He's gonna live regardless. Like he's going to find a way to sneak out, get under the body, and then he'll pop up again, saying hello. How is that? Is that the face we see? Is that a mask, or does that just the face just form into that?
What?
Like how he looks? Because I remember that one time where he ripped off his face and there's a face underneath it. Is that just a mask?
That's how Orochimaru always looks.
You gotta respect Orochimaru. I don't care what nobody says, you gotta respect it.
Also, is Orochimaru a boy or a girl?
It does not matter.
Because to this day...
Do you know him from Powerpuff Girls? The red thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It just is. Orochimaru is Orochimaru. It does not matter if you call him he, she, or they. It's Orochimaru. He is beyond... I'm saying he because it's easy. He is beyond gender. As soon as you can take a living body, female, male, whatever, and just put your body in there and just live your life regular, you are beyond all genders completely. You're not necessarily God tier, but you're not human. And he's the only one I can ever seen. That's another thing. Why is he the only one that does?
I just realized that.
How so?
Because anybody, he would take anybody's body. He doesn't give a damn.
He does not discriminate.
No discrimination.
None at all.
He said, you're powerful, I'm going to take your body.
Is your body warm, sir? Or man? Oh, nice body you got there. Would be ashamed. Did they have to die before he takes over?
No, he takes over.
He just takes over?
So from what my understanding is, the way that this whole ritual...
Damn, that's going to suck. I wonder where they go.
Is like they give the person taking the ritual like some kind of
sedative
so they can't fight back, and he just goes in and takes their body.
So they basically euthanize them and then he just goes.
No, he paralyzes them and they just go. And that in that process kind of just that kills them apparently.
It sounds better to just say. It doesn't make sense if you say paralyzed. It makes sense.
Paralyzes and kills them while taking over their body. That's how.
I will say. Can we say that Orochimaru is probably the best character in Naruto? Because he's got, for me, character as a character. I'm not talking power. I'm not talking any of that. I'm talking story as a character. Just how he is. When Orochimaru walks in the room, it changes. If you just see Orochimaru walk in the room, it's not like you're going to be like, oh, hey, that's Orochimaru. You're going to be looking at that guy like, that's Orochimaru. What is Orochimaru doing here?
No.
He never goes anywhere without a purpose. He's not here for, and that's why I like him.
He always has some.
He has a plan.
Orochimaru's the guy.
He's the best one. He's still around.
He's not even dead.
And
they excuse him for. They let this man in the Hidden Leaf Village despite him killing the third Hokage and trying to destroy the village.
He killed your leader.
During
the Chunin exams. That is hilarious.
And everybody is just okay with this.
That is hilarious.
Especially in the end of Naruto when they had this whole saga about everybody trying to get Naruto and Hinata a wedding present. You're just seeing him casually walking throughout the village, in every last one of those episodes. He makes an appearance in every one of those episodes.
You know what's funny? I can see
Konohamaru, despite him just killing
his grandpa.
that killed his grandpa, Konohamaru, uncaringly, without a second thought, just as, hey, what do you think? Do you have any words on Naruto and not his fighting? There is no aggression, there is no anger, anything.
Does he know though?
Yes.
He does?
Everybody knows that Orochimaru
Are we sure?
killed the third one.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Is that explicitly
yes,
said?
A whole funeral.
But do the people know?
Yes.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if all the Black Ops were like, sweet